Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an amazing lesson from Epictetus on resisting temptations and making choices you won't regret later. Epictetus gives us practical advice on handling those moments when something tempting or pleasurable pops up, but could lead to regret down the line. Let's break down how to practice self-control, make better decisions, and ultimately feel proud of the choices we make. Part 1. Pause before you act. Epictetus starts by saying that if you feel dazzled by a tempting pleasure, don't jump in right away. Instead, pause and give yourself some time to think. Often, our impulse is to chase whatever seems enjoyable in the moment, but that's where we risk making decisions we might regret later. By taking a moment to step back, you create the space to consider if it's truly the right choice. This could be as simple as waiting a few minutes before giving in to a craving or giving yourself a day to think about a big purchase. Pausing lets you look at the choice with a clear head. Part 2. Consider both outcomes, enjoyment versus regret. Epictetus suggests that in this moment of pause, think about both possible outcomes, the short-term enjoyment if you give in, and the potential regret if it doesn't bring the satisfaction you hoped for. Then, ask yourself, will this pleasure be worth the negative feelings that might come afterward? For example, think about that big dessert or impulse buy you're eyeing. It might feel great right now, but how will you feel tomorrow? Regretful? Or glad you took a moment to choose mindfully? This kind of reflection helps you see the full picture and make choices aligned with your long-term happiness. Part 3. Focus on the pride of self-control. Epictetus encourages us to imagine the sense of pride and victory we'll feel if we resist the temptation. By choosing to pause, reflect, and say no when needed, we actually gain something more valuable than a fleeting pleasure. We gain self-respect. Visualize how good it will feel to know you made a choice that's aligned with your values, goals, and well-being. This doesn't mean pleasure is bad. It's about making choices that won't lead to unnecessary regret. That sense of victory and strength you feel when you choose wisely can be more satisfying than any temporary gratification. Part 4. Practical tips for building self-control. Here are a few tips to practice this mindset and avoid regrets when facing temptation. 1. Use the pause technique. When you feel tempted, take a few moments, or even longer if possible, to pause. This helps you break the cycle of impulsive decision-making. 2. Weigh pros and cons of each choice. Think through both sides. Will this pleasure lead to happiness, or is it likely to bring regret? Focus on the long-term impact. 3. Visualize the pride of self-control. Imagine the feeling of accomplishment you'll get from resisting a temptation that doesn't align with your goals. Use this to motivate yourself to make decisions you'll be proud of later. Part 5. Build confidence through consistent choices. When we practice this approach consistently, we build inner strength and confidence. Each time you successfully resist a temptation, you're reinforcing your ability to make choices aligned with your values. Over time, this habit builds resilience, and you feel more in control of your own actions, instead of being swayed by every fleeting desire. Epictetus shows us that self-control isn't about deprivation, it's about aligning our actions with our deeper intentions and goals. By doing so, we gain a lasting sense of satisfaction and pride that goes far beyond temporary pleasure. Wrap up. So, if you want to feel more in control of your decisions and avoid regrets, start by practicing this Stoic approach. Next time you're tempted, pause, think through both outcomes, and imagine the pride of making a choice that aligns with your values. Remember, true satisfaction comes from decisions you can look back on with pride, not regret. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you or if you've tried practicing this kind of self-control. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights on building resilience and living with intention. Until next time, remember, real victory is choosing what's right for you, even when it's not the easiest choice.